Good morning, everybody. We've got a very special report for you here on Bay News 9. Take a look at the shot from Sky 9. Sky 9 is flying high above what's left of Houlihan Stadium. Be sure to get a good look. It will soon hit the history books. Bay News 9's Sydney Long is out there at the stadium. And Sydney, looks like you're not the only one who showed up for this morning's big event.
No, the crowd has doubled or maybe even tripled in the last hour, Jennifer. We're out here at the Tampa Bay Mall parking lot. It's kind of a nervous and emotional and exciting time all at once. We're going to take you to some pictures right down here. We just a few minutes ago had the opportunity to speak with Saren and Rena Alker. Saren is her husband, and he's going to have the opportunity to push the plunger and probably... Oh my gosh. Oh. Did we get it all?
Oh, I think we did, Sydney.
Pretty awesome. We're going to talk with Emmett. Emmett, you've been out here since early this morning. What do you think? Happened, took us by surprise.
Yeah, it did. I was lucky enough to be out here in 1982 and work over here on this project. I just want everybody to realize there's a lot of men that died here. So this is sort of like a bittersweet kind of thing for me. I'm glad.
Exciting and emotional all at the same time. Wow, it makes your heart beat fast. We got some smoke coming over here, but it looks like everybody's safe. We're going to talk to some other folks, see what they think out here. Hey, what'd you think this morning?
Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah?
It surprised me when the bangs went off. Kind of scared me.
Took us all by surprise. We weren't ready to go. Now it looks like we got some smoke and debris coming in through here. Jennifer, people are moving out away from the sidewalk. I don't know if we can see anything from the chopper from Sky 9 ahead of us, but we're going to take it back to you.
Wow, Sydney, you guys be careful. Looks like you got a little more smoke and debris than a lot of folks expected. You know, the sun, we're looking at you at a live shot right now, and it looks like nighttime video. This is amazing. I don't think you guys expected this.
No, we didn't. And you know what, Jen? We might have to go in just a second. It's actually a little bit hard to breathe out here right now.
Wow.
We've got a lot of kind of thick smoke and air coming through. You can probably see it on us right now. It's looks like a deep fog out here. You really can't see anything. I don't know if Chris is able to show you right down here, but just beyond this tape here is where the plunger went off. And as you saw, it just took us by surprise. We heard those bangs, and in an instant, it's all, you know, all gone. It's hard to even see if it fell down at this point because we can't even see across the street. I mean, if you look over here, you can't even tell if it's all fallen down. I guess we're going to have to come back to us in just a few minutes. When things clear away, we'll be able to show you the before and after pictures that, in fact, the luxury suites have all fallen down to the ground. And this is everybody out here this morning saying adios to the old Big Sombrero, but definitely an exciting time. It was pretty awesome.
Well, Sydney, we're going to let you shake some of that dust off and catch your breath. Just be careful out there. I think everybody's all right, but as Sydney said a little bit earlier, it's probably very hard for these folks to breathe there this morning. If you're just now joining us, Houlihan Stadium has been demolished. We're going to take a look from high above. Sky 9's flying high above what was left. As you can see, the implosion happened just about 2 minutes ago. A bittersweet situation for a lot of folks, especially those of us and those folks who are originally from this area. And remember when the stadium was built back in 1967. I think the implosion surprised a lot of folks. There was no countdown. A young lady from Lutz, she and her husband, Rena Alker and Saren Alker, were actually the folks who won the lottery in the drawing to push the button, what they called a plunger, to actually implode what was left of the stadium. And of course, the demolition started back in January, and that was when Tampa's Mayor Dick Greco started the actual demolition of the stadium with a swing of a very large wrecker ball. And since then, it's come down very slowly. It's taken 4 months to take down a stadium that took so long to put up. It had more than 74,000 seats inside the stadium. It didn't have club seats, but something new with a new stadium. That was the official first hit of the wrecking ball, as we saw back in January of this year. Tampa's Mayor Dick Greco had the chance to give the first swing of the wrecking ball. A very bittersweet moment for a lot of people. But now we have our new stadium, the Raymond James Stadium, and a lot of folks certainly enjoyed that this year. It's one of the finest stadiums in the entire country, but of course it was so sad to see Houlihan's come down. If you're just now joining us, good Sunday morning, everyone. It's now 8:04. Houlihan Stadium has officially been demolished. You're looking at pictures that were taken just moments ago, actually. You'll see in the left-hand corner of your screen, you're going to see a spark in just a second here, and that's when the actual situation began. There it goes. You can see it the implosion of Houlihan Stadium. Those were the sky suites at the end of the stadium. That was all that was left. And it looks like, if you'll watch the video here, this smoke actually went out further than I think the demolition crews had expected. And our crews there on the ground this morning were completely across the street, maybe a half a block away. And Sydney Long's out there. We're going to check back in with her in just a minute, but she was completely covered by soot and ash this morning. A lot of folks found it very hard to breathe, and it still looks out there like it's a very foggy situation. Sydney, we're going to check back in with you right now. A little bit scary, wasn't it?
A little bit scary, Jennifer. Exactly right. It probably looks like I have gray hair right about now. That's because all of the dust particles and the dirt from all of the building falling down. In fact, you know what? If you can peek through some of this dust and particles, you can see one spot didn't actually fall down. I don't know that they're going to have to maybe do take two on the implosion here this morning. I guess we'll find out in a couple minutes. We'll talk with Eagle Amalgamated as well as the folks who, the couple who got to push the plunger. But as you saw, it took us by surprise. It was so awesome, and everybody out here enjoyed it. Some of the people have seen some implosions before, other stadiums and hotels in other cities. People not out here just from Tampa Bay, but people from all over the country came out. Not quite as big a crowd as we had expected out here this morning, but still a pretty awesome time. So once it clears out just a little bit, we'll bring you some pictures back, check in with the demolition crews to see if they're going to try to bring that piece down, because it's still standing. So almost thumbs up to the job being completed. Back to you.
All right, Sydney, we're going to check back in with you a little bit later on. In the meantime, Russ Handler is standing by in the Bay News 9 Traffic Center with the very latest on today's traffic.
8:37. Good morning, everybody. Continuing our breaking news coverage of Houlihan Stadium no more. Just moments ago, right here, the site of what was Houlihan Stadium, the last pillar fell. This literally happened 2.5 minutes ago. Sky 9 caught the action as it happened. You're now watching it in tape replay. And there it goes, ladies and gentlemen. The last known memory of Houlihan Stadium has fallen. Now, what this means is we have yet another plume of smoke and dust particles to deal with. Let's take you now to the current live picture of Sky 9, if we can, please, and we'll see exactly what kind of impact this might be having on the area roadways. First of all, because of that most recent plume of smoke, which seems to have really dissipated dramatically, okay, good, we're in good shape. Very quickly, within 4 minutes, it was cleared up. But here's a current look at Dale Mabry Highway and MLK, both wide open for your driving pleasure and mostly unaffected by this situation. We can, however, tell you throughout the day you may want to anticipate the good possibility of a lot of pedestrian traffic in and around what was Houlihan Stadium. A lot of curious people have been watching this broadcast this morning and may just choose to head out. They may be lining the roadway here on especially Dale Mabry Highway, but also MLK, that northeast corner of the intersection. So do indeed keep in mind, some folks may choose to park at Al Lopez Park and then cross MLK. So as you head by the stadium, at all costs today, use a bit of caution, allow some extra time. Keep in mind there could be some extra pedestrian traffic to possibly pose an obstruction for you. 275 otherwise in pretty decent shape. So is I-4 through Tampa and Polk County at this hour.